Firstly, I would like to run a little. Then truthfully, what I wish to do with all my heart is to arrive running and embrace my mom and dad. That is what I dream of doing. After that, all the other things will come. I hope this will happen. I know this will happen.
From the day we finish, we're preparing for the next one. So we'll spend the next 12 months getting ready for 10 days. It's that demanding. The time is spent, obviously doing logistics, getting all the equipment that we need and storing it, building our team, and fundraising, of course. I mean, this is very, it's very costly to try and do this. Once the supplies are all loaded, they'll spend about a month on a coastal freighter heading down to Panama. The next time we see them, we'll have just about 24 hours to get them unloaded, sorted, and logged.
Yeah, 25. 70.
And in that same 24 hours, we'll have to get an entire modern surgical center up and running. Everything from central sterile, pre-op, operating rooms, post-op, and rehab all have to be up and running in the next 24 hours. I really think that this is where you start to see the real quality and the caliber of the people that are on this team. Everybody's working together, moving boxes, doing whatever it takes so we're ready to go. So we're running on all cylinders the next day.
It's complicated, it's difficult, it's expensive. It takes a tremendous amount of creativity, an unbelievable amount of work to get this together. But it's nothing compared to the journey that the people make to have an opportunity to have their joints taken care of. Our journey has taken months. Their journey may have taken an entire lifetime. We travel 1,000 miles. They may travel 12, they may travel 100, but their journey, that's the reason we do it. That's the point in doing this, so we can help create a different outcome in their life. We don't know these people. We haven't met them yet, but the intent is to change someone's life in a meaningful way, in a way that wouldn't happen otherwise. So the next step really is to meet the patients and see if we can really live up to that promise.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We have officially on our list 93 patients, and I believe there's 1 or 2 add-ons that are going to be added on to screen through today. Same check-in process as usual, except we have a more streamlined plan. You saw the waiting room full of people, standing room only. They're all waiting for us, so it's going to be a good day.
Leticia Rodriguez, I remember her from last year. She was a total shut-in. We did her left hip then. Our plan is her right hip this year. Last year, she couldn't walk at all. Her family had to carry her in. Her brother and her father kind of carried her in like a princess. And this year, I just happened to be in the lobby when she walked in. She walked down the staircase like Cinderella without a cane or anything, all dressed up. Limping a little bit on the left hip that we have, the hip that we haven't done. And, she's got a job now. She's looking for a boyfriend. She's going to school. She's halfway through an entire life change. And this week, we're going to finish it up.
So which one's worse? The right one's worse than the left. And how old is she now?
30.
Okay. She's not able to work, I take it. She's 30 years old, rheumatoid, bilateral hip pain.
So the plan for Nancy is just to repeat his spinal with an epidural catheter.
I'm thinking Saturday morning is day 2, then we have a long time to watch her, but we're not doing her on day 1 then.
We think we can try to make your legs the same length again so that you're not short.
Sí. Muy agradecido con todo, esto lo esperé de hace tiempo y lo anhelaba.
She's saying that she's so grateful with all of you, all your team, because she has been hoping for this for so long that she sees it now happening.
She had an autofusion, being that her right hip actually fused by itself over time. So she had no motion at all to her right hip, and she had very limited motion to her left hip, and both are severely arthritic.
Wow, that's as far as she bends over? Here, let me see if I can help position her a little bit.
We positioned her hip correctly, and actually were able to do it without using any cement, which is actually good for her since she's young. She's stable and really had no issues at all during the procedure. And she could have her next side done in the next 6 months to a year when the next group comes through.
This is a gentleman who was involved in gangs when he was in his teens and 20s, and had an injury from a gunshot wound to his abdomen and his hip, and he suffered from post-traumatic arthritic change. He's now in his early 40s. He's donating his life to stopping gang warfare that's going on, in many countries, and particularly here in Panama City. He's unable to really just follow all the kids and keep track of them because he can't walk. He had a really arthritic hip. He was walking with a cane. He had a leg that's about a ½ an inch short on the left side. So we just did a hip replacement. So he'll be able to put weight on his leg, probably all of it, and walk in a way that he hasn't in 20 years.
Rehab is vital, and we try and get our patients up and moving within 24 hours of their surgery, if not sooner. What's really quite remarkable about these patients is that they're in so much pain pre-surgery, just in their daily life, that the post-surgery pain that they're in is just nothing by comparison. So they're happy and they're engaged and interested in learning what they need to do to get healthy and stay healthy. And they're really just excited about getting on with their lives.
Que vean que lo que están haciendo no es en vano, es algo maravilloso.
I hope they see that what they are doing is not in vain. I hope they see it as a wonderful thing, and I hope God will reward them, each and every one of them, for the many, many things they do.
You don't know why they keep saying thanks. It's because it's a change in their life, and you don't know, it's not just a joint surgery, is new life for them.
We think that we're needy in the United States, but we're not. So when you come to these countries and see the conditions that they live in and the poor health care that they have, it brings me back to reality, so that I can go forward and be a better nurse.
It's priceless. It's only you who's doing it who knows how it feels, It's like, it's a feeling that you know that you're making a difference. Don't be afraid to get involved.
You have to have people that are willing to do the work, right? The ones that are willing to and able to, get on the plane and make the trip and physically make the commitment, and then all the other pieces, right? The preparatory pieces, the donations that are necessary. Not only money, but certainly material and tools and equipment, right? So everybody can, if they want to, can contribute in some way, right? To make it work.
Well, my hope is to try to reach as many young people as possible. At the foundation, I'm an agent of peace, a peacemaker. My job is to mediate. Well, the main thing I'd like to tell everybody involved is keep doing things like this, because helping your neighbor is very important.
Helping others give me, some strength, and think about my life and then how the other people helping me to get there.
You help those who need help. That's what we should be doing. Whatever we're doing in life, we need to help those who need help. And an opportunity to come to Panama with great people, great surgeons, that's a no-brainer.
It's a feeling that You can't get anywhere else. You get the greatest opportunity to use the tools that you were given and help the world. And it's the best feeling you could ever get.
We get so much back. The patients here are incredibly, just so loving, so thankful, incredibly patient, no matter how long it takes. We harp about, what a miracle this is, but I mean, this really is miraculous what's going on here. And people who really need it. These are people who can't afford it, could not have it otherwise, would never be able to do this. So it's a great thing.
When I went to med school and when I decided to become an anesthesiologist, I never imagined that it would bring me here, working, in Panama or when we were in Nepal and working with these people. It's just such a privilege, and I never imagined that. I went into medicine to help people, but I never imagined this part really is the kind of the core of why people should be going into medicine and why I think people become physicians.
And you can see it within the first 5 minutes that we're done. And they immediately look up at you and just say, thank you so much. Thank you for everything. And everyone thinks we're helping them out, but they're doing the same for us.